Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Nice little dark roast coffee. Now, I gotta tell you something. We gotta talk about this, right? When it comes to your finances, do you reach out to a financing consultant or an accountant to really help you dial in any more advanced issues? Probably. I know if I have a check engine light come on in my BMW, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna take it in and have somebody work on it. Or if I have a particular question with my business, say a Facebook ad, and somebody else is an expert there, I'm gonna reach out to that expert. You see, the difference between those who perform at their best, this happens both physically and mentally and professionally, isn't always going it alone. It's not trying to be an expert in every single area. Instead, it's being able to know who to reach out to when you have a particular question. And that's a beautiful thing of mentors. That's a beautiful thing with having a coach, right? When you have a mentor, when you have a coach, when you have somebody in your back pocket, here's precisely what they will give you. Number one, they're gonna accelerate or condense time. By having made mistakes, by having gone through a process and dialed it in time and time again, such as somebody who's worked on a ton of BMWs, they're gonna be able to figure out what a problem is a lot quicker, diagnose it, and fix it. And when time is a huge constraint in terms of what you're doing, I know it is for me, it probably is for you too, it becomes something that for you will accelerate progress and help you hit your goals faster. Number two, I hinted at this a moment ago, but avoid the biggest mistakes. You see, if I go out and try to fix my BMW and I hit the wrong switch or try to play with the computer, right? Something bad could happen. I'm screwing the whole thing up and I am not gonna be happy when I have to take it in and get that bill. And if you make a mistake, a lot of times there's an unlearning process or having to go back and fix it. Therefore, when you have a coach or somebody with that experience, they're gonna be able to help you avoid those big mistakes and not have to unlearn what could be a bad habit or something is actually working against you. And then number three, having a coach, having somebody holding you accountable, having somebody who's an expert in a field that's in your corner, it's gonna help you stay accountable, right? So I've got my accountant. He gives me certain guidelines that I should stick with in terms of my business expenses, my personal expenses. And if I fall without that, guess who gets a great email? I do, right? So that's the same thing that you can realize. And think about this now for a second with your health. Think about this for your fitness. How many times or how long have you tried to do your own workouts? Have you tried to dial in your own nutrition? Have you tried to optimize your habits and behaviors, but not necessarily gotten the results that you wanted? You see, much the same way that you might reach out to somebody to fix your car, to get your finances dialed in, to work on something specific in your business, you should have the same superpower, the same focus that you do when it comes to your body. Because at the end of the day, fitness itself is a force multiplier. When you're healthier, when you're leaner, when you have more energy, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna be more confident, you're gonna be able to show up as the best version of yourself everywhere from the boardroom to being able to have more energy to run around with your kids. So one thing I would recommend, you're a high performer, you wouldn't be on this platform if you weren't. But if you approach that same mindset with your health, if you take that same approach with your health that you would for something else, chances are you're also gonna accelerate the learning curve, you're gonna avoid the big mistakes, and you're gonna be held accountable and hit those big goals that you've been looking for. If you want help with that, hey, just say, let me know in the comments below, and I'll tell you the next step.